Hello, and you join me inside the Lexus CT 200H. So, driving around town, the Lexus CT 200H is actually quite a joy. Being automatic and hybrid, you get the benefit of electric motor and the petrol engine working seamlessly together, similarly to the IS 300H. I quite like the fact that it's a compact size. I've just left the shops there and it's quite easy to park, especially if you've got the reversing camera and sensors on this model. It's a doddle to park and easy to fit into spaces. Quite a nice tight turning circle, especially in things like the roundabout at the moment. If you hop into sport, you do get that extra bit of EV boost, which I think is quite essential actually in the CT, because driving around town, the Lexus CT is a little bit slower than the IS. It's also a little bit louder as well in terms of cabin noise. So if you're driving around, you can get a bit more road noise. The ride's a lot stiffer as well. I don't know if it's due to the larger alloy wheels fitted to this model, because I know you can get 16-inch alloys as well if you're required. So there's a few things that are similar. So you've got the infotainment display that is high up. So in comparison to the IS as well, they're both doing well in that respect, because you're not drawing your eye down to look at the infotainment system or your sat nav or anything like that. Dials are easy to read, everything you know is logically laid out. I do quite like the ergonomics of this cabin. Everything just seems to touch at your hand. You can rest your hand on the wee pad and you can touch, if you want to touch your radio button, if you want to touch the gear selector or anything like that, AV mode or heated seats, everything's just so easy to reach. So being a front-engined, front-wheel drive car, the driving engagement naturally isn't as exciting as something you would expect with the IS. There's not much feel around it in terms of turning the steering wheel. You can't really place the car quite as precisely as you can in other, especially other front-wheel drive cars like the Golf, for example. But in comparison to the IS, the driving dynamics overall, I think the point goes to the Lexus IS. So we're about to go to an area for coming off from a 30 road to a 40, so I'm going to put the foot down in a second and we'll see how long it takes us to get to 40. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And that's 40. So it'll probably took 5 seconds possibly, something like that. I'll put the exact timer in when I'm re-editing the video. I do like the fact that you've got the same safety features as well, so you've got your lane departure warning and you've also got the adaptive cruise control, the Lexus safety system, so in that comparison they both score highly on the safety front. And also for ease of driving, there's nothing that's quite as comfortable as I've found recently as a Lexus just to drive. There's the lane departure warning beeping off there. So for out and out acceleration, the Lexus CT 200H probably isn't going to be in the top contender. Acceleration and top speed and all that are important for you. I would jump for the IS just purely because it's a more refined drive, and due to the 2.5 litre 4-cylinder, it's got plenty of power when you require it. I think it's about 2.5 seconds quicker to 60 than this CT. The CT actually feels probably slower than making the jail. But yeah, if you really want something to total up in town with, where you're totally not in a rush, then I would say the CT is your friend. Hello, and you join me inside the Lexus IS 300H. You may immediately notice there's a little bit more interior room straight off the bat when you're driving on the road. It just seems that little bit more refined. It's like a notch above the CT. It's just quicker to respond as well, especially driving around over the speed bump at the moment. Put your foot down, even in it's eco mode at the moment, it actually feels faster, even just jumping around than the CT in sports mode. Put the foot down, we're in eco mode, foot down, there we go, 20, 30, and there's 40. So it feels maybe about 4 seconds there, maybe a second or so quicker than the CT. And bear in mind that was eco mode versus the sports mode. Like the CT, we can switch between eco mode, normal mode, you push down in the knob and twist it to the right for sports. When you go into sports mode, the same as the CT, you get the tachometer, or the simulated tachometer, rev counter, which is kind of cool. And if you leave it in eco and sports mode, charge, eco and power display. I quite liked having the LCD display in between the analog gauges, showing you the engine, the tyres and the battery, so that way you can kind of see what's charging, what's using what, the power system. Kind of geeky you can sit and look at. In comparison, if a quick cycle through, it is midwinter, so we'll take into account we're using heated seats more and things like that. But this car is getting 48.7 to a gallon, and the Lexus CT was getting 49.3, so they're very closely comparable to the MPG they're getting. Both cars are doing long motorway journeys every day. This car's owned by my mother, so she's doing 100 miles round trip every day from Glasgow to Livingston, and my dad's doing probably about 40 miles round trip from the south side of Glasgow to Coatbridge and back, and they're both pretty much similar driving in terms of you're hitting rush hour, start traffic, a bit motorway driving, etc. So I think it's quite comparable to say they're probably similar driving style. I kind of just prefer, in my own preference, how these so I kind of prefer how the IS gently glides away from a stop, so you're maybe away from the lights, you can put your foot down. I'll put it into sports at the moment. You do get a little button, mind you, for sound, so if you hold this down, then it kind of simulates, which is quite cool. You don't always get that all the time in other hybrids especially, so it's quite nice to get simulated something for the speakers if you want that little bit sound, a little twiddly knob. I think it's the acoustic sound control, the SC, you can rotate that up and down, turn the volume up and down, but it's something that the IS has that the CT doesn't. Apologies for the sun being in my eye, but again it's low winter sun. But yeah. So we're coming up to a roundabout now, and it handles really well. That rear wheel drive bias helps. Put the foot down, you can a bit more of a sports sedan than definitely the CT, being a bit more like an economy car, just being based on the Prius actually. Front wheel drive, front engine, this is rear wheel drive, front engine, similarly to a 3 Series or A4. Actually the A4's quadro, scratch that, competes with the A4 and 3 Series, but more like a C-Class and 3 Series. And it's a traditional kind of luxury car vibe is the front engine rear wheel drive. It just means you're kind of effortlessly gliding from destination, or to destination, from point A to point B. So again, similar to the CT, Lexus comes with a whole suite of safety features. This particular car's got your blind spot warning, you've got your cruise control, you can get your adaptive cruise control, which in the 2019, 2020 models, same as the CT, older generations or older unfacelifted models like this 2014 model will be the same equivalency to the CT, so you probably get your standard cruise control. If you get your higher spec trims, you can get some of the other additional safety features, but all come pretty well standard, things like your ABS and your airbags. Both being Lexus brands, I think you're making a good choice if you're looking between the both of them. Being hybrid, you're going to be saving money on tax, if that's going to be a benefit in kind tax, and or road tax if you're going to be a private buyer looking at one of these. This car, I believe, I can't remember when we paid for tax, it was £10 for the year for 2014. I know it's went up with the way the tax changed a couple of years ago now. So I think you're really benefiting in the benefit in kind tax, probably £150 a month, I think, roughly, moving from like a diesel to one of these hybrid cars, if it is a Lexus or not. However, staying back on track of Lexus IS versus CT. You really buy the IS, I guess, if you're wanting that little bit of extra space. You like the saloon, the rear seats don't fold in this particular car, unlike they do in the CT, so versatility if you're going to buy bulky furniture or anything kind of, you take haul stuff. I guess the CT is going to be a bit more of your friend if you're trying to fit like a pram in the back seat or whatever like that. Both cars do have points for child seats to fit into the, I would say there's probably more room in the IS, just because there is actually more leg room and it's not as tight to get in and out. Both cars don't really handle 5 people that well. I've had over the Christmas and New Year period trying to carry out like aunts and uncles and have a total of 5 people in both cars. It doesn't really happen. 4 fit comfortably in the IS, however, in the CT it's a little bit of a squeeze even with 4 people, 2 in the back, 2 in the front. So it's something to consider if you've got children, go for the CT. But I'd say overall, if you're looking for a refined everyday in a hybrid car and you're choosing the Lexus brand and you're comparing the CT and IS, especially if you're looking in the used market, if you can stretch for an IS, I'd say you wouldn't regret it. Reliability shouldn't be too much an issue. Although I have seen that the CT has got a slightly reliability score. I think it was the Auto Express kind of awards category they had, and then NX was like 2nd or 3rd. So bear that in mind if you actually go in almost minimum repair bills or anything like that. Just want to kind of put your petrol in the car and pay your old tax and your services. CT would be the way forward. Maybe if you've got a tight parking space is where you consider the CT, but if you can afford it, you've got the space for it, I recommend the IS all the way. It's just a lot more enjoyable to drive, a lot more refined, especially in higher spectrums like this premium model, Premier, sorry this particular car is, the other one's a premium. You've got your things like your seat controls, your memory seats, you've got dimmed wing mirrors, so they're kind of like a yellow tinge on them so you don't get blended, you've got your auto rear view mirror, so you've got your blind spot, you've got heated and cooled seats. On the newer models, like 2019, 2020 models, the Takumi ones, you get the heated steering wheel and you get a whole raft of safety systems with a bigger screen. So again, it depends what you're looking at in terms of budget. If you're looking at the used market, you can stretch to an IS. I think they're typically about £1,000, £2,000 more than the CTs. There's quite a lot more CTs and they've been out a little bit longer. I think it's about 2011. I've seen some 11 plates. You maybe get for like £4,000 or £5,000, £6,000 if you want a high mileage one. Whereas this whereas this 3rd generation IS, they're still about £12,000, £13,000 for the 300h. You can get some petrol only 250s, which is a completely different kettle of fish with regards to mileage, like miles per gallon and your CO2 and running costs. But yeah, hopefully you guys found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to Cars of Glasgow below, and I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao.